I am here at Pequod's Pizza here in Lincoln Park in Chicago, trying to see if they do have the best deep dish in the city. So let's head inside for a reservation and find out. And when we got inside, it was fairly busy with a lot of people trying to get in for a walk-in. So you can say Pequod's is popular. Got to our table. Highly recommend getting a reservation because the wait time for no reservation is over an hour, basically telling people no. Even at the bar has an over an hour wait. Just go online if you ever want to go to Pequod's and get a reservation. It's going to be much easier for everyone. Before we dive into our pizza order, we're going to get probably a drink. And if you've seen my Spiteful video, make sure you watch that. When we were trying their beer, they were giving away Pequod's pizza, and it only feels correct if we got a picture of Spiteful's Pequod's IPA. But once our beer order was in order, it was time to actually look at the pizza menu. We got a medium, which says it feeds about 6. Placed our order, obviously went for deep dish. We got a medium, so we should have a handful of leftovers, and we went with my classic pepperoni and Canadian bacon. Some criteria for pizza. First, the crust. How well is it made? Is it fresh? Does it have a nice crisp to it? What's the flavor like? Secondly, the sauce. The amount of sauce, the flavor of the sauce. I want a good tomato base. And for toppings and cheese, I want a good balance of sauce to crust to toppings to cheese ratio to bring it all together. So that is what I'll be judging Pequod's on. Our appetizer has arrived. First impressions, even though I have been here before, I always appreciate a nice chilled glass. Definitely getting bonus points for that. And it tastes like how it did at Spiteful, so that's also a success. We opted not to get an appetizer besides the beer just because we want to save as much room as possible for pizza. I'm thinking I can eat 2 slices for sure. Brian, how many slices do you think you can eat?
Maybe 2.
Once you order your pizza, expect like easily a 45-minute wait, just because it does need to go in the oven and they're constantly busy. But it'll be well worth it, I promise you. We are on the main floor in like the back corner, so almost to the end of the full restaurant. There is more seating upstairs, so there's plenty of room. But like I said, almost every table will be filled. I know it's called Chicago-style deep dish, but really we only have it for special occasions, like when friends and family are in town, possibly a birthday or a night out. But usually Chicagoans like tavern-style pizza, a lot thinner crust, and usually cut into squares. That's usually the go-to versus deep dish, just because it's so heavy and really commitment for a meal. It smells so good in here. I feel like I'm drooling, and you can smell it like 2 blocks away when you're walking up to the restaurant. I'm ready for this pizza, but we have a long wait ahead of us and some time to kill for sure. Also, interesting fact about Pequod's, on Yelp, they are #1 rated pizza restaurant in Illinois and in the United States as a whole. So the one in Lincoln Park that I'm currently in is actually the second location. The first location was opened in the 1970s out in Morton Grove, but then in 1992 they opened a second one here in Lincoln Park. And I know that the owner switched at least once to kind of making a rebirth and a new popularization of the restaurant. If you can't make it to either location to get some of the pizza, don't worry. I know that they sell half-baked frozen ones online, so I believe you can just check out their website and order from there. And we've been waiting about 25 minutes, which was fully expected so far. Getting just hungrier and hungrier, and I just feel like the smell is just emanating from the kitchen. I can feel my stomach growling all the time, so I guess I'll keep working on my appetizer. And we're just seeing pizza after pizza after pizza after pizza coming out of the kitchen. So they're definitely working hard back there. Soon enough, it was our turn to get our pizza delivered to the table, and the waitress even offered to scoop up our first slices. Had a solid cheese pull, and you can see it came out of the oven piping hot. The pizza actually arrived quicker than I expected. I was completely ready to wait another 15 minutes, so from ordering to then getting it, it was probably closer to 45. But I'm very ready to dive into this one. But before we did, we added some Parmesan cheese and some Italian seasoning. But let's dig in. First bite. What can I say? everything I wanted and more. Good crust, the sauce is a good acidic tomato flavor, right amount of cheese, that's the perfect melted temperature. Let's break it down. To start off, the crust. I know Pequods can be a little divisive with people when it comes to that golden crispy edge. I think it's personally caramelized to perfection. Really good crispy edges, and then the bottom is the perfect bake. Good amount of squishy but still crusty, not doughy. I think it's well seasoned for a crust. A good little bit of salt to balance everything out. The sauce, obviously using fresh tomatoes, bright, acidic, also well seasoned. And then the cheese and toppings, I think are a great ratio, and the cheese has an amazing pull on it. It just stretches and stretches, and you just almost have to eat it like spaghetti noodles with all the twirling of the fork. I would probably give everything a 9.5 out of 10. Maybe a little bit more garlic, just me personally, and maybe some more Parmesan cheese, but I can always put on more myself. You know the food is good when we were having a conversation before food came, and now the table is dead silent. We're just stuffing as much pizza into our mouth as we can. That's one piece down for each of us. Second slice definitely acquired. But will I actually be able to finish it? That is the real question. I'm confident in my abilities to get at least the second piece down for sure. And never enough Parmesan. Always can use more. They do a really good job with making you feel like you are getting your money's worth when it comes to toppings. We wanted pepperoni and Canadian bacon. They gave us a lot of pepperoni and Canadian bacon. This pizza is covered in it, and that is perfect. You get exactly what you're looking for. I don't have much of my slice left. I'm slowing down for sure. Don't think a third one is in the cards, so leftovers are coming home, I would say. Brian finished his second slice, though. I'm getting there. Last bite. I'm so full and I just finished, but I'm already looking forward to leftovers. I am ready for that either later tonight or tomorrow. It's gonna be so good. I don't even know if I'll eat it warm or cold yet. I haven't even decided that. And we decided to get our remaining slices boxed up. Only makes sense to take it home. And they came by with our leftovers and the check. Which honestly, that's not a terrible price for a dinner for two plus drinks. Settled up our check. I will say the staff is very quick, attentive. Everything that we needed, we got almost immediately. Quick on the check, quick on payment, quick on food, and they boxed up the pizza for us. Win, 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 win for everything, checking all the boxes when it comes to service. And they even packed it in foil for us so it stays warm and stays safe on the train. So it was our time to head out of the restaurant. I think I speak for both Brian and I when I say this. Delicious. We're so glad that we did this. All expectations were matched and or exceeded. We knew that their pizza was going to be good, and it checked every single box possible. Would I go back? Of course. Do I need it every weekend or as my go-to pizza spot? No, it's because I don't want it super often, so I have it as that special occasion versus just another pizza. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Brett and Coach in Lincoln Park, trying the iconic Pequod's pizza for y'all. And let me know in the comments below what your favorite style of pizza is, and I will see you next time in Coach.